You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. It's the first day of Hanukkah, and the big menorah was lit this afternoon over at City Hall. Hanukkah, based on the Hebrew word for dedication and also known as the Festival of Lights, marks the recovery of Jerusalem and the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. And it all began pre-AD, over 150 years before Jesus.
In the beginning, the Greeks were very liberal about, tolerating all religions. Everything was really hunky-dory. But they did want to spread their culture, and that's fine. But then certain of their groups said, no, these people are not adopting our customs fast enough. We're going to help them be enlightened. We're going to force them to become basically Hellenists. They're going to worship our gods. They're going to have statues to Zeus in our temple. And if the Jews resisted this, then heavy-handed, started executing people, started making examples.
But eventually, a small family, called the Maccabees, fought against the army of King Antiochus IV of Syria.
And by the way, little historical note, the Romans threatened the Greeks, saying, if you don't back off, we're coming in. So they said, okay, we'll back off. And the Jews were able to reestablish control of their country. But the most important thing, they didn't fight for political autonomy. They fought for religious freedom. The political autonomy came later, and that was great. Okay, but they fought so that Judaism would not simply just disappear, meld into just whatever was going on right then.
Now the festival is marked by lighting one candle on the menorah each night of the 8-night festival.
Jewish holidays start at night. So the first night was last night, which was Sunday night. Tonight will be the second night on through Monday day, the next Monday day.
A new candle is put in the menorah every night and lit from newest to oldest, with blessings being offered while each candle is lit. So, to those around the globe celebrating the much-loved Jewish holiday, Happy Hanukkah. A 10-year-old boy from Berks County was fatally shot on Thanksgiving Day. According to state police, the suspect was firing rounds on his property toward a homemade target when the shot traveled through the target and struck the boy. The Lehigh County Deputy Coroner said the victim was pronounced dead at Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest Thursday afternoon. The driver of a Tamaqua area hit-and-run has been identified. Marion High School student Eric Richardson was struck by a vehicle shortly before 2 on November 20th at the intersection of East Broad and Laurel Streets. The driver, now identified as Kayla Hayes, was operating a tan-colored Subaru at the time of the incident. According to police, Hayes left the scene and fled into a wooded area on foot, accompanied by a male passenger. Her driver's license was suspended back in May. She was charged with accidents involving death or personal injury while not properly licensed, duty to give information and render aid, and driving while operating privilege is suspended or revoked. The Luzerne County District Attorney's Office is seeking the public's help in relation to an ongoing investigation into child pornography. The investigation began back on November 12th, and as a result, 37-year-old David Fortin of 40 Fort was arrested by West Hazelton police. He was found to be in possession of over 500 images and videos of minors engaging in sexual acts. Fortin is the owner of Fortin Academy of Music and has taught students from his 40 Fort residence and Tamaqua studio. Authorities are investigating as to whether any of the illicit photos and videos contained victims from Luzerne County. Anyone with information is being asked to contact Luzerne County detectives at 570-825-1674 or West Hazelton Police at 570-455-3733. A wanted Schuylkill County man is facing charges after he was found to have an alleged explosive device in his backpack. Tamaqua police observed 27-year-old David Hartramp walking along Brittle Street back on November 10th. They ordered him to stop, but he ran into a wooded area instead, leaving his backpack behind. Officers found a suspected explosive device, drug paraphernalia, and a flare gun inside the bag. Hartramp was taken into custody and charged with making and selling offensive weapons, flight to avoid apprehension, and possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. He was arraigned, with bail set at $10,000 unsecured. A drumsman was charged by state police for possessing illegal drugs. Troopers pulled over a Toyota Tacoma being driven by 26-year-old Philip Guzzi in the area of 23rd and North Vine Streets back on May 7th. Officers found Guzzi to be in possession of suspected heroin and fentanyl, as well as a glass pipe containing suspected meth during the traffic stop. He was charged in September with possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was released on $2,500 unsecured bail back on November 16th. State police apprehended a Shenandoah man who attempted to flee following a traffic stop. Troopers pulled over a Ford Explorer along Route 61 for code violations in North Manheim Township back on November 22nd. The passenger in the vehicle, identified as 27-year-old Kevin Karpovich, fled on foot but was later taken into custody. Police discovered that Karpovich had bench warrants for trespassing and robbery. The World Health Organization met on Friday to discuss a new variant of the coronavirus, labeled as Omicron. The variant was detected in South Africa, and cases are showing up in other parts of the world, including Canada. Omicron has a high number of mutations that could make it more transmissible. The United States, along with numerous other countries, have banned travel from South Africa. However, the World Health Organization called for borders to remain open. Health officials say that Omicron should make people redouble their efforts to prevent the spread by getting vaccinated and wearing masks. Earlier today, President Joe Biden called the variant a cause for concern, not a panic. He also encouraged everyone to get back to wearing masks in all indoor public places. Luzerne County 911 is struggling to fill and retain crucial job vacancies due to low pay and competition. The county currently has 20 vacancies for 911 telecommunicators, which start at $32,900 annually, or $15.81 an hour. The position requires handling life and death calls and the swift and accurate dispatching of emergency responders, which comes with stress and responsibility. The administration is attempting to address the pay during union negotiations. That collective bargaining agreement expires at the end of this year, but ultimately, Council must approve union contracts. President Joe Biden said that Americans will see prices at the pump fall before long after tapping U.S. oil reserves to ease price pressures and risk a feud with OPEC. Biden announced that he'd release 50 million barrels of reserves after OPEC and its allies balked at raising production. It marked an unprecedented coordinated effort to reduce prices and ease OPEC's stronghold on supply. But the move didn't spur a sharp fall in crude prices. Rather, a decline came after news of the Omicron COVID-19 variant triggered a market sell-off, as the U.S. benchmark crude price closed 13% lower, the biggest drop since April of 2020. Biden is under domestic political pressure to ease inflation as Americans grapple with price spikes while the economy rebounds. Coming up on Wyln News, Dollar Tree's raising their prices, plus details on all of the local upcoming Christmas events. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. So it's gonna snow, so get your jackets on in case you want to play in the snow. And if you don't want to play in the snow, don't get your jackets on.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, Go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
M&J Excavation, serving the area with quality and dependable home heating oil with competitive pricing. Also on and off-road oil delivery for your heavy equipment. They also provide paving and excavation services. 570-233-1898.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazelton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazelton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, Fabergé Follies, and the Hazelton Area High School Cougar Crooners. General admission tickets are just $10. Sounds of the Season, December 11th, is sponsored by these local businesses.
2,000 Dollar Tree stores will be raising most of their prices by 25% or more in 2022, including locally. Dollar Tree held its $1 prices for the past 35 years, but the company said the higher price point is a permanent move, not the result of short-term or transitory market conditions. The company said that selling items for only $1 forced their stores to stop selling well-liked items. Dollar Tree also said it would add $3 and $5 items to more stores. Doors will once again be open for public ice skating at Mohegan Sun Arena to benefit Toys for Tots. Anyone who brings a new unwrapped toy or makes a $5 contribution to Toys for Tots can participate in the open skate on Thursday, December 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the arena. Those in attendance will have the chance to win prizes like Disney on Ice or Harlem Globetrotters tickets. Skate rentals are available for just $4 a pair at the Toyota Sportsplex on Cole Street, starting at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Mask wearing and social distancing for the fully vaccinated aren't required, but strongly encouraged, based on current CDC recommendations. Visit toysfortots.org for more information on the Marine Corps program. An annual Hazelton Christmas tradition is back and better than ever this year. The public's invited to attend the annual Can Do Christmas that'll take place on Wednesday, December 1st. The wonderful event is held at Christ Lutheran Church in downtown Hazelton and features music from several different local school groups. Admission is free and refreshments will be served. The concert will be taped to be seen here on WYLN TV, so stay tuned for the dates and times of those rebroadcasts. The Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center will be hosting the 16th annual Sounds of the Season. Let's celebrate. Doors open at 6 for the 7 p.m. concert on Saturday, December 11th. The event will feature the renowned Hazelton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, with special performances by the Fabergé Follies, the Cougar Crooners, and featured soloists. Tickets are $10 each and all seating is general admission. Tickets can be purchased through any orchestra or dance member and will be available at the door the night of. Regardless of vaccination status, masking and social distancing will be observed during the performance. We'll see you at the Wiltsey. Coming up on Honey Hole's News Choice, we have Miss Fabergé with us in Community and You. Plus, who's leading the way again this week? Stay with us and find out.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazelton. Everything to make your house a home.
1224 presents a high-energy holiday rock orchestra concert featuring holiday music as well as their own holiday creations. Inspired by the music and stage presentation of some of music's greatest rock orchestras, this group delivers. See them at the Wyln Center, 700 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, Friday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets online at wiltseacenter.org.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Your health has never been more important. That's why Lehigh Valley Health Network is making it easier than ever to take control with MyLVHN, your digital health partner. MyLVHN allows you to schedule appointments right from the palm of your hand, message your doctor questions, and even see an LVHN provider from the comfort of your home through video visits. With MyLVHN, you have on-demand access to your health anytime, anywhere. To learn more or to sign up, visit lvhn.org/mylvhn.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today we are joined by the lovely Miss Fabergé. First of all, how are you?
I am great, and how are you?
Oh, not too bad. So today, Miss Fabergé is here with us to talk about the big 16th annual Sounds of the Seasons Let's Celebrate that is going to be held at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center on December 11th. Doors open at 6 and the concert starts at 7. So, Ms. Fabergé, I guess we could just start off with your performance at the Sounds of the Season. Tell us all about it.
Oh, well, it's going to be very exciting. I have 30 beautiful dancers performing, and they range, are you ready, from age 4 to 14. We have a lot of little girls, some big girls, beautiful acrobatic numbers. We're performing with the live music, with the Philharmonic Orchestra. So we've got quite a few numbers in the show. Everybody's working hard to prepare, and we're thrilled to be there. The audience is going to be treated to some of the moves that you can see at this show by a beautiful young dancer by the name of Avery Ann Perichetti. She's a great acrobat, and she's going to be doing some wonderful performances for us that we'll see right now, and then you'll be able to see that. Come to the show and see more just like that.
And the Fabergé Follies aren't going to be the only ones that are going to be performing at the Sounds of the Season. Like you said, the Hazleton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra,
yes,
under the direction of Robert Lagana, featured soloists, and the HAHS Cougar Crooners.
Yes, that's an addition this year, and that's going to be fantastic. But by all means, the star of the show is the Philharmonic Orchestra. I consider it an honor for us to be performing in their show and for any of us. So it's really going to be quite an event.
Now, in terms of tickets, they are $10 each, and they're all general admission. So rumor has it you can get tickets ahead of time through either any orchestra or dance member.
Yes, get tickets from the dancers from the orchestra in advance or at the door. And it's such a great price. I mean, what can you do for $10 anymore? You're going to have a great show and all just for $10.
Exactly. Now, of course, we have to mention that masking and social distancing will be observed regardless of vaccination status. So tell us about what people can do to support a performance like this and support the Philharmonic Orchestra.
Well, I just have to say that to me, my job, my goal is simply to support the Philharmonic Orchestra. We're all going to enjoy being in the show, but there's that old story about diamonds in your backyard, which I don't know if everybody knows that story. Look it up on Google. But the point of it is that sometimes we think that diamonds and wonderful things are every place else and in big cities and always someplace other than us. But no, in Hazleton, right here in our backyard, we have this beautiful, elegant orchestra. I personally consider it the greatest thing Hazleton has. Now, that being said, there really isn't a mechanism, a local mechanism to support a group like this. Putting on shows is so very expensive. Sometimes in places they'll have the tax base, the taxpayer from the school districts will help putting on these shows, but we don't have that here. So our orchestra really is looking for support in several ways. Number one, come to the show. The ticket coming will support us by buying tickets, and you'll have a great time. Number two, anyone who would like to donate and place an ad in the program book, which will be designed by me, Miss Fabergé, you can simply, they range from all different size amounts, from $15 all the way to $300. And you just look at the address that you're going to put up on the screen later and let us know, and that would be really great. Get a beautiful ad in the program book. And if you're a patron angel, you get this little pin. So come to the show, maybe support us through ads, and then now here's the most fun part. If we have any musicians out there, any musicians who would like to be in the orchestra, we are really looking for everyone who might love music and love being in this fabulous group. I, as the dancer, go to their Tuesday rehearsals. I just sit there, I listen, and oh, I just love it. And so it's a great opportunity for people to be involved.
How exciting.
Yes.
Well, you heard it here first. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center is going to be holding the 16th annual Sounds of the Seasons Let's Celebrate on Saturday, December 11th. Doors open at 6 and the concert starts at 7. It will feature a ton of great acts and performances. Tickets are $10. You can contact any of the dancers or orchestra members for a ticket. And heck, you could get it right at the door as well. So thank you for tuning in for Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the healthcare you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Jane Doherty's leading the way to kick off this week's series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA toward a better future. This week we're joined by co-chair of the American Cancer Society Greater Hazleton Telethon, Jane Doherty. Jane, welcome.
Thank you.
So let's start at the beginning. Tell us about you growing up as a kid, what you did and what your aspirations were.
I grew up in Hazleton, and I learned early on about volunteering. My dad and my grandfather were Boy Scout leaders. My two older brothers were Scouts, so when it was time to go to a meeting, I had to go too because the rest of the family was involved. So I grew up appreciating that at a very early age. My mom also volunteered actually with the American Cancer Society or the church or pretty much any cause that needed help in our community. So it became very apparent to me that our community was a better place when we volunteered to make it so.
Check back tomorrow night as Jane continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.